Well, we have looked at programs that can do input calculations and outputs, but they can't handle bad data. So I want to show you an example I call try-catch. Download it right here real quick just to show you that again. Remember where I have my 1331 folder? On the desktop. Chapter 3, that's a good place to save it. Let me go into my 1331 folder, Chapter 3. I've got to extract this example if I want to be able to open it. Extract all. Now that that's done, I can delete the zipped one, go into try-catch, click on the solution file, and open it up. So in here, we're going to look at the try-catch statement, which is going to let us try a line of code and catch if there is an error. And that's what we're going to use to catch bad input. If the user types in a name when we want them to type in a number. It's going to be used to make sure they're entering numbers, to more bulletproof our code. It's not going to see if it's a number we like if they're supposed to type in a positive number, but they type in a negative number, we can't catch that. Until we learn if statements, we can't catch that. Here is Form 1. Going to get that open up so we can look at this project. And it's real simple. It's got a text box to enter a number, then we're going to take whatever that number is, multiply it by itself to get the square. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. This text box is called, let's look at it in the name properties, it's called txt number, and we're going to be putting the answer into LBL square. Let's look at the calculate button. Open this up, double click on it, let's come down a little bit and see the code. Now I have one input and one output. One input, which is a text box, it's going to come into desc number, and then my answer is going to get calculated into desc square, and then I'm going to put it in the label. So look at the difference here. I'm still doing the decimal.parse, but I'm doing it inside of this try something, catch the error, and then it has in try. So here's what I'm saying. Try to convert txt number.text by decimal parsing it into a decimal. If that doesn't work, do a messagebox.show. That's going to pop up a dialog box for the user. Put the focus back into the text box where they created the error so the user can retype it. Then finally we're going to say, that's it. I'm not doing math. I'm not doing the rest of the sub. I'm saying exit sub. Now, exit sub means jump down to end sub. You don't say end sub here, you say exit sub. Now one other thing I want to make clear to you is to create the try catch, you just have to say try, you press enter, and it gives you the empty try catch. So this is where you're going to type in your try code, this is where you're going to type in your catch code. Now, of course, that wasn't real code. Let's go back and run the program. I'm going to go back to my form view and say start. Of course, we can see the program run correctly. We'll do 16 squared, and everybody knows the answer is 256. 16 times 16. Well, maybe you didn't know that. Maybe I didn't know that either. I just wanted to sound that way. And what if I put Fred in here? What's the square of Fred? Boom! It pops up a dialog box that says, please enter a number to square. Exit here. I'm going to go back into the calculate code. Let's put a breakpoint right here on the line where I'm doing the decimal.parse. I'll go back and start the program up here at the top. I'll type in Fred and say calculate. So now it's paused, just about to run this decimal parse. Remember, you can hit F10 to single step your code. Let's try to run the code now. I'm going to put in Fred, calculate. It's about to run this line of code. I'm going to say step over. So you see how it jumped to the exception? It triggered the exception. If I keep debugging, step over, now it's going to do the message box. Message box pops up. You see it right there in the program. Then it's going to do the focus, that line of code, and you see how it put the focus back in this text box. So that is what the try catch does. I'm going to clear my breakpoint. So we use this to make sure they're typing in numbers. Now if it gets past the try catch, then it's going to come down and do the calculation, which is square the number. Number times number. Alright, so I'll put a breakpoint right there. We can run the program again. This time I'll put in 4. 4 times 4 is going to be 4 times 4 is going to be 16 once I run the step over. Now you see we got a 16. We're going to put desc² into the label answer, but we're going to say toString N2. Do it in number format, 2 decimal places. If I said C2, it would be currency format, 2 decimal places, which just means it'd have a leading $sign. Both of these put a comma every 3 decimal places. I'll tell the program to continue. We see our wonderful answer, and that is how try-catch works. The best way to do a try-catch, though, is not to put all your code in the try, but to do one try-catch for each text box you're doing input for. So if you were doing this for the flooring example you've seen earlier, we have 3 text boxes. I should have 3 separate try-catches. Thanks a lot.